Bonsai Dream.
Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's winter in Italy, it's very cold. I'm back from a long trip in US and I'm here with my student and today we're gonna refine this beautiful Quercus robur. This tree was collected in central Italy 4 years ago, and I've been working on the structure and on the foliage for the last 3 years. So today we're gonna remove all the old leaves, remove some of the wire, and then rewire the fine vegetation to reshape the entire tree. So here we are in the process of removing the old foliage of the Quercus to then be able to rewire the little part of the fine branches. So Luca just asked why Quercus keep the old foliage and actually the dead foliage during winter. So there are some deciduous trees like Quercus or Fagus, birch, and some variety of Carpinus that keep the dead foliage because they tend to protect the buds from the extreme cold in winter, and especially in places where there is very cold wind. They protect the buds using as protection the volume of the old foliage. It's not a problem to remove it because this Quercus is going to be in a cold frame during winter, but in nature, when obviously the trees are not manipulated to be bonsai, they keep the foliage as a protection. Now all the tree is unwired, so we're gonna rewire just the final branches, the one with strength. You can see the big buds here, so we want to wire those branches to reset a little bit the lines of the outside part of the tree, and then a little bit prune to compress the strength for next spring, and probably just with some guy wire reset a little bit of the structure. I don't want to put any more big wire on the tree, it's not necessary. I can just reset some of the bigger branches with guy wire. The other operation I want to do is solve this problem of the old cut from when the tree was collected. So I'm gonna just break this wood that is very soft and recreate some sort of a gin. typical example how the Quercus robur grows in nature. The soil is kind of a clay, so they are not able to shoot tap roots and stand, so they just twist and move the trunk in the horizontal way, and they become a beautiful Yamadori with a beautiful movement and incredible old bark. Here we are with some of the Quercus collected last year. So the process is very simple. After we find the Quercus in nature, normally they have very long roots. So to make them survive, we collect and we try to get home as much as the base soil as possible, where the tree can have some of the fine roots. We have to cut a lot of the bigger roots. So at home we normally pack these trees in big black bags and we store in the greenhouse for all winter time. So the tree is not losing any energy for the light, and in spring all the energy that is stored into the tree with the sap can explode either with roots or with foliage, and the tree can start grow. It's important to take away the plastic bag when the trees start growing and keep the tree still in the greenhouse for the first part of spring where it's still cold, and then when the trees start being stronger we can move the trees outside under a shade cloth and keep for the entire year. So all these trees were collected last winter and now they start being good and strong, so next year already we can be able to start positioning some branches. You can also see the difference between all these trees collected in the same area, but because the hybridation of the Quercus is different for everyone, some keep the foliage in winter, some other lose the foliage in winter, and also the shape of the foliage in every single tree is different. They are most of all Quercus robur, but some are cross with other variety of Quercus. Here is two of the best pieces I collected last winter. You can already see even from the same trees the difference in the bark, the variety of the foliage, and how tight is the internode of this one compared to this other one. The shape of the buds is also different. So these trees are developing different characteristics even if they grow and they cross in the same environment. So probably these are two of the trees I'm gonna be developing in the next few years. So next year I'm gonna start carving the deadwood and shaping and pushing down the main structure of the tree to, you know, focus on the taper and the beautiful bark and trunk line of this material. And slowly, as you see for the other Quercus that we've been working today, we're gonna develop two beautiful trees. Here we are with another great Quercus from my collection. This tree was collected 6 years ago. Now it's already in a very advanced stage. We put this tree in this bonsai pot 2 years ago. The deadwood was worked by my friend Will Bradley. And now we're gonna just remove all the old leaf. You see this Quercus, differently from the other one, has still green leaves, so every Quercus a little bit according to the different variety change the way how they they lose the leaves during winter. So now we're gonna remove the leaves and then just give a little bit of a pruning on some area of the plant.